Hi everyone, how are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I know it has been a minute since I've posted here on PlantBoy, but I just wanted to take a minute and give you guys an update and let you know how things are going. So first of all, thank you all for sticking around, and we actually hit, I think, 3,000 and 4,000 subscribers while I was taking my little moratorium there. And we will get into that a little bit later, but thank you all for clicking on this video and watching it and subscribing to the channel. I promise you that new content is on the way. So as for my absenteeism, I know that I had previously mentioned that I got a puppy, and also school has been absolutely crazy as well. So I've been extremely busy with that and haven't really had, honestly, much time or even motivation to focus on much outside of school and life responsibilities as a whole. But let's walk around the home here and see if anything, well, plenty of things have changed, see what has changed and talk about it. Well, hello. A good majority of my plants are downstairs here right now. They are not up in the plant studio. The GE grow lights that I had up there weren't really cutting it, and now that the spring and summer sunlight is out, I wanted to go ahead and utilize that as much as possible. And obviously I'm on my phone right now. I didn't feel like dragging out my big camera and, you know, doing a huge thing because time is of the essence for me right now. But things are looking pretty good, especially now that I've moved things towards some natural sunlight that's more powerful. I think I'm going to be seeing some better results. This bird's nest fern has done pretty well since I've gotten it. It was extremely root bound in a nursery pot, and I was using this as like a cover pot or a cache pot, and I went ahead and repotted it into that pot, and it has since pushed out some new growth that seems very, very healthy. We can see I was neglecting it a bit and failing to water it and give it the humidity that it really needed. And this Birkin, hello, who gave her the right to look like this? I didn't know that Birkin could get all white leaves, but it certainly seems to be going that way, which actually is kind of alarming because it means it's lacking chlorophyll unless the white turns into green over a period of time, like certain philodendrons do. They like change over a period of time. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And this Marble Queen Pothos, I'm gonna ignore her, is doing wonderfully as well. Ugh, look at that variegation. It's beautiful. And this peace lily's doing pretty good also. I was losing quite a bit of foliage off of the bottom because I guess it wasn't getting an ample amount of sun, but it is still filling out pretty nicely at the top and still pushing out flowers and things. So she's popping off. While I was over there, I was wanting to show you this baby tears plant that I had gotten recently. And I had just discovered that we have quite a whitefly problem. You can see a number of them. Yeah, you can see them, all these little white dots throughout the plant, lots of white flies. I think that's what those are. So I'm going to have to drown this in some neem oil here and also make sure that no other nearby plants have gotten infected. Truthfully, things like that really just take the wind out of my sails whenever it comes to houseplants. Pests are such a harsh reality that you have to deal with whenever you have plants. And it can become such a nuisance and something that really is just kind of annoying to take care of. So you just kind of put things off. But c'est la vie, right? Moving on, this fern is doing very hot. The key to this fern is really just making sure it stays moist. Say hello, Lola. I'm always losing foliage from the fern. It's just because it's not getting enough light and all this new foliage is coming out and then blocking the light from reaching the base of the plant, and then all of that foliage dies back. I mean, yeah, what can you do, right? Along here, I have some plants downstairs, here by the windows some more. These guys, all of my rubber trees had spider mites on them, and I have treated it very aggressively, and now I'm just monitoring. I haven't seen any spider mites come back in quite a number of days to a few weeks now, so I'm hoping that I got that under control, but I suppose we will see as time progresses. I have this really awesome lemon lime Dracaena. The curse of a Dracaena, right? Over-fertilizing, underwatering, low humidity, things like that can cause brown tips on those plants. So, nice little snake plant propagation that I have here. This Hindu rope is doing very well. It's, yeah, doing good. And then the black Cardinal Philodendron I have down here is also looking pretty good. We got some funky foliage here. I'm gonna have to make sure, oh, it actually just needs released from its sheath there. I'm not gonna force it. If this ever happens to you though, you can usually mitigate this by spraying this down with water to kind of lubricate it, and then go in with a Q-tip and try to cut it out or pry it out of that sheath, so to speak. And then a watermelon Peperomia back here that's doing pretty well. This actually just started out as a single leaf that I got almost a year ago now, and that has grown quite substantially. String of turtles is doing okay. It's getting a little leggy on me and getting kind of strange. I lose a lot of foliage from this plant. Get a ton of new growth from the top, but I'm not really sure what I'm doing wrong with that. I think I need to repot that because it's in a pretty small pot relative to the size of it. And then this Skindapsis Exotica, I just love this plant. This is probably one of the most low maintenance, visually striking plants that I have. Very similar to a pothos. It's actually not one. Sometimes it's referred to as a pothos, but I like them more than pothoses. I find that they are easier to care for, they are more sturdy, and quite honestly, prettier. I don't even want to show some of the plants that I have, but this is all that's left in my Adansonii. It was struggling so long, it was struggling so long there for a while. Hey, stop. And yeah, it just was not very happy. Oh my gosh, it's windy. So I'm trying to water propagate it and save some cuttings, but we'll see. It had some like weird, strange little pests on it that I couldn't really figure out, but I don't know. And the Rhaphidophora tetrasperma is doing okay here. I'm trying to stake it up right now with some string actually that you can just see here. And again, it really wasn't doing very well under that grow light either, but since I've moved it down here with some natural sun, it has done much, much better. Melanochrysum also just kind of fell off the deep end. It was suffering from spider mites whenever I first got it, whenever it was probably a quarter this size. And then I went on vacation for a weekend, had it in a windowsill, and then all of the leaves that were like along the midsection of the stem here just like turned purple and died back. So I'm not really sure what happened with that. And now I have this teeny little leaf that just came out. So I'm gonna try to rehab this and do my best, because this was like not a cheap little plant, but yep, what can you do? So again, I apologize for my absenteeism, but I know that you all understand because life gets literally so crazy sometime, and maybe someday I will share some more information with you all about me, but that's not why you're here. You're here for the plants. So I'm gonna show you the plants. Anyways, stay tuned. There is plenty of more content coming. I am on my summer break here in like less than a month, and I can't wait to dedicate some time to things that I've been putting off, i.e. YouTube and giving you all the attention that you need. I will hope to see you later. Let me know if your plants have struggled this past winter as much as mine have, and what lessons you've learned, because ultimately that's what it's about, right? It's about learning the lessons and attempting to not repeat the same mistakes. I will see you all later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.